Hi everyone, I am Teacher Hazel, and today we are going to have another meaningful discussion about language. But before we start, let us first have our following objectives for you today. First, identify what type of modal is used in a sentence. Next is to explain the importance of modal verbs in daily conversation through group sharing. And lastly, to construct a poem by pair using at least 3 modal verbs. Now that we have identified our objectives, let's do a short activity. I have questions here, and you are going to make a sentence based on its functions. For our first question, can you create a sentence that expresses your capability or ability to do something? Great! I can sing is a perfect example for this question. How about this? Can you create a sentence that highlights you offering someone an option or request? Anyone? Very good. The sentence, you can call her or email her, is a perfect example for this question. Now, class, based on your observation, what do you think are the similarities between the sentences you made? Right, they both use the word can. So, the function of can is used to express ability or opportunity, to request or offer permission, and to show possibility or impossibility. This is one example of modal verbs, which will be our topic for today. Are you ready to learn more about modal verbs? Great! Let's proceed. Modal verbs are special verbs that behave irregularly in English. They are different from normal verbs like work, play, visit, as they give additional information about the function of the main verb that follows it. They have a great variety of communicative functions, and as you can see, these are the examples of modal verbs. Each one of them has a different purpose. For our first type, we have the logical possibility modal. These are the modalities that add a degree of possibility to an action. The sentence given is just an example of it. Next, we have ability modals, which are used to add a degree to a subject's ability to do an action, and necessity modals, which are used to add a degree of recommendation to an action. Lastly, we have permission modals that tend to be used in requests. The words can and may are just some examples of this. Now that we already know what modal verbs are, let us take note of their characteristics. They never change their form because you can't add s, ed, or ing, and they are always followed by an infinitive without to. Most importantly, modal verbs are useful in communication because they allow us to express attitudes such as ability, possibility, permission, and suggestion. All right, class. To further knowledge about modal verbs, let us have another activity. You are welcome to choose your partners from the class, and together, you will create a short poem that uses modal verbs. You are also free to pick any topics that you like for your poem, and after that, you need to present to the class what you prepared and explain the modal verbs that can be observed in their output. So, are you ready? Great job, class! Give yourselves a round of applause for your poems and presentation. You are all good. Before we end this discussion, Don't forget to bring a white notebook and marker for the activity in the next discussion. Expect that there will be a short quiz and that there will be reading my modules in advance, okay? Again, I am Teacher Hazel and I hope you learned a lot today. See you again at the next time. Bye!